looks like a level at more modern F-Zero games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out the whole time.
You did it.
This is shiny parts. In the upper right, we have our Terran player. He did manage to lose that game, but it was pretty damn close. His ID is...
Maru Prime.
Very, very young player. Youngest we got. And in the bottom left, we have our Protoss player dominating somebody who looks like one of the best TV peers in the world. Can he do it a second time in a row, or are we going to game number 3? His ID is...
Squirtle.
I have to say I was really impressed with Squirtle in that last game.
Yes, I was too.
The sheer amount of patience he had.
Yeah. He sat there, he said, yeah, you're going to max out before me, of course. I'm going for like the safest stuff there is. And it was epic tasteless. I loved it. What a great build and great play by Squirtle. So Maru, we'll see how he does this game. Looks like he is going to get a quick gas. This is what he, in the first game against MC, he did go for the quick command center. And in the second game against MC, he did go for the quick gas. So far following a little bit of a pattern. And I hope that Maru actually gets that wall up before the probe comes, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, I don't think he will. It looks like the probe will get inside the main. Remember, Maru using a lot of deception early on.
Yeah, if
doesn't
he had
look like
done
that's going to be as much of an option.
I feel like if he had done that, and of course that's going to be hard to fit in here because he's getting that gas and whatnot. But if he had, then, Squirtle's going to be like, I guess it's probably just a quick command center again. But right now he knows that there's a gas, and he's going to play a little bit safer because of it.
Cybernetic score now on the way for the Protoss. When that's done, we're going to get to see what the tech tree is. And, it's probably going to be a pretty sick game, guys. We're just sort of waiting for actual info to be revealed so we can start talking about what the strategies will actually be.
And, all right, we do have a factory going up for our Terran player. About to see if he wants to add a second gas at some point. 111's not normally that popular here. Not necessarily the best map that we have for
I think it's too big. It's not the biggest map we have at GSL, but it's big enough.
I don't know that we'll see a 111. I'm kind of feeling like it might just be like a cloaked Banshee. But, a lot of times a 111, when you go for that cloaked Banshee, you're like, well, I'm just going to go to the 111 as well, because it fits well with it.
Well, if you think about it, the last 2 games, Maru basically made it look like he was going for a 111. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
So, there's a chance that basically... this time he actually just does go for 111. We know Squirtle was watching the previous game, and... or, excuse me, I mean Cloaked Banshee, not 111. And, so maybe he's going to do that this time. Well, do we have a reactor on the barracks? No reactor? Nope.
No reactor.
Okay. So then he's going to get a command center.
We'll see.
oh, no, I guess with 2 gas.
It's hard to say right now. But we are seeing the quick Nexus from Squirtle, but I think we will see a Robo before any more gates. Just because he knows that there's a gas and he has to be careful. But at the same time, if that was like a 2-Rax and he goes Robo right now, then he might be a little bit hard-pressed to keep that Nexus going against like an aggressive 2-Rax. So, Just see what his
Cloak.
choice is. Yeah.
Cloak coming, and Banshee soon to be on the way. The question for the Protoss is, will he get a Robo? He should have enough money right now,
he's saving for it.
And there it is.
No, that's
what? Yeah, his gas is still there.
Well, I guess he'll just throw down the Robo next.
He has to.
Well, when you see the gas, yeah, it's like, well, if you don't get a Robo...
Unless he likes to gamble.
Yeah, that's pretty gambly.
With his Codas life.
That's true. All right, Maru going to be making a command center for sure. Has made almost no units.
There's the Robo now.
All right, so, that Robo, the Banshee will be there, obviously, before the Observer. Cloak will be done. Yeah, he'll chrono boost it out, but he will definitely lose at least some probes.
Okay, so the command center now coming up here.
Second Banshee is on the way as well.
The reason why you see Protosses get the Robo, if they see the Terran get the gas, is just because if they send Cloak Banshees into your base and you didn't get the Robo, then you lose automatically. So it's too much of a gamble.
Well, Banshee is flying across the map. And that SCV, I believe, did see that the Robo was coming in. No, actually, barely did not see that. And the Banshee took kind of a long way around, but he dodged the Watchtowers, which is good. The Observer only halfway done as it reaches this natural.
All right, let's see how much damage he can do. 1, now 2. He's sending the probes back up towards the main. 2 command centers. Maru is actually insane.
Well, he's got some pretty good control now with this Banshee. 3 kills only, and that's pretty good for Squirtle. He has to be happy with that. Only 3 kills, and he's pushed it back already, but
now,
here it comes.
Nice control here by Maru. Damn.
Wow, yeah, he actually nailed it. And 6 probes going down.
But he's going to get away.
Oh!
Are you serious?
Wow. Those Stalkers, man. That was some long range right there.
Now, remember, if he loses the second Banshee, Protoss can just attack one of these extra bases. You know.
Well, I think he's not going to actually land
think he'll just
them
keep the
anytime
third one?
soon. Yeah. You know, he's getting a Raven and getting Siege Tanks in siege mode right now. I think he realizes the terrible spot he'd be in if he just goes and expands right now, because from here, Squirtle can just add a bunch of gates, and well, like we see him doing, and actually put some counter pressure on. There's he knows that there's 1 Banshee out. He's going to assume at this point that even if there was a third in production, it was canceled after that first one died, because Squirtle is so on top of this anti-Banshee.
All right, 57 to 68 supply. Protoss in a slight lead. All right, so he sees the first command center. Is he going to spot the second one? Remember, there is a Raven in there.
Yeah, the Raven going to keep observers out. Oh.
All right, because we're not going to get a shot of the observer, but the observer may be taken out over here inside the main.
Looks like it will be. It did get killed.
It did get killed, FYI.
Squirtle starting to push out a little bit. He is getting some Immortals, and of course the Immortals going to help out a lot, especially against the Siege Tanks. The Marines have no upgrades at the moment, and Maru's being really selfish. I mean, well, greedy.
Selfish. He's being really selfish.
Maru, how could you do this to your mother? He's getting double eBay.
Well, you know, he can warp at some Zealots here on the high ground and just attack into this. Now, I think he just barely has enough for a
oh my god, he actually did make another Banshee. Wowzers on that one. Can't believe you went for 3 Banshees this game. But I mean, they're going to be good at targeting down Immortals, so that's good. And these.
All right, here we go. Does he have enough energy for point defense from Artosis?
Yes, he does. He does. One is already up, in fact, and the Siege Tank targeting everything down. The Siege Tank's on the high ground as well. SCV's coming out. Squirtle losing a lot of units here. Point defense drone finally used up.
We don't see the observer there to help out.
Yeah, in fact.
He knew the cloak existed and he still attacked into that. Oh,
well, I think it was targeted down.
The main base, taking out some SCVs.
Yeah, it looks like they did not kill that many, though. 11 SCVs to 9 killed. Most of those SCVs were killed in the front of Maru's base, though. And, you know, Maru has to be feeling good right now. You know, he actually targeted that observer during the battle, I do believe, because of the Raven. And those Siege Tanks on the high ground really did a number against the units of Squirtle.
Right, he's not done. Squirtle is committed for now. Even getting another pylon a little bit closer over here. Right before
adding more Banshees. And he doesn't have enough for another point defense run right now. Might end up throwing down actually an auto turret. And he does throw down that auto turret knowing that he is in deep, deep trouble. 3 Siege Tanks, but very few Marines right now. The Banshees really helping out.
All right, Robotics Bay coming up here.
Great
He
choice.
wants to get Colossi.
Yeah, against Siege Tanks, you're going to want that.
I think he can get the gas from there. Oh, but he unsieges a Siege Tank for a split second. Uh-oh.
Yep,
Good thing the Siege Tank hit that Immortal. They absorb damage, you know, obviously differently than the rest of the units. He's going to do the Zealot move again over here. This is so smart.
Yeah, just keep on making him go back and forth. If you draw the Banshees up, that's always nice. And that's a lot of Zealots he's going to have to deal with. He wants to run those SCVs down to the natural. You don't even want to mess with those. And that's exactly what he'll do. Very well done.
Zealots can now go for the Siege Tanks over here on the high ground, but the Banshee's going to cover for them.
Zealots being somewhat useful, but not as much as Squirtle would actually like. Maru having some really good reactions. He does have 35 SCVs only against 50 probes. In the meantime, third base being put up.
You don't have to say, despite the fact that the attack right now for a Protoss player, Squirtle is not doing as well. he's still not really that behind. You know, he's made Maru move the SCVs multiple times.
That's true. Supply is similar, though. The Colossi is really going to help out as well as that third base. And Squirtle finally has decided to go home. He says, all right, this is just the point of diminishing returns. Not going to work out so much anymore. And Maru's going to want to take that third base as soon as he realizes that he's actually safe to do so.
Do you think he should stay on siege tanks? Or the siege tanks purely for defense?
He's got 5 there. You know, siege tanks can be pretty useful against Colossi if you target well.
Oh, you know what? It looks like he's actually going to push out. It's going to be like a late game 1-1-1.
Yeah, that's kind of. That's. I guess that is a good way to put
well, I
it.
mean, that's the unit composition.
Yeah. A lot of
plus
siege
medevacs.
tanks. They do have stim these Marines as well as 1-1.
And combat shield's going to be done by about the time they get there.
Problem is there's going to be 2 Colossi out with range. Now he's. How many Immortals do we still have? We still have 2 against 5 siege tanks. They will be taken out very quickly. The Immortals are the scary part of this army, though. Because if they can get up there and take out the siege tanks, then, I mean, everything else dies. Siege tanks really are the backbone of this army.
Oh, good decision making by Maru. He backs up, saying, "Oh, I don't know about this."
Well, right now, Maru.
Does Protoss have +1 armor? Can you check on your preview screen?
No, he's just getting his +1 attack right now. He's at 1 forge. He's getting the Twilight Council.
And the upgrades for the Terran.
Oh. Be careful here. Good siege up by Maru.
Well, he's going to have to stay back for a little bit. I'm sorry, can you check the upgrades of the Marines? They're, what, 1-1 now? Okay, yeah. So 2-2's on the way, so they're going to have a pretty big upgrade advantage here as this game goes on for a little bit longer. Nice with the Zealots over here at the expansion.
And he will take out all the Zealots. But, you know, if Maru just turtles up for a bit, using his siege tanks, making the Vikings that he's making, and switches into some more Marauders to go with his Marines, he is going to be in a nice spot because those upgrades, as mentioned before, Tastes. That's against just... He is getting the second forge, but he's going to have a little timing there with 2-2 against just +1.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And 2-2 against just +1, that's rough for Squirtle.
Yeah, no kidding. Templar Archives now coming here. A few Vikings incorporated into the mix once he saw the Colossi were present on the map. And we have a Ghost Academy here for the for Maru.
Well, Ghost Academy, in actually a really great time, he's going to finish right alongside the Templar Archives. So he's going to have Ghosts up way before Psystorm. And, I mean, that's always nice. A lot of times we see the Ghosts come up after Psystorm's out for like a minute. That's normally how that countering game goes. We do have 2-1 on the way for Squirtle. The 2-2 about to finish. Mobius Reactor on the way as well. Decent number of Vikings to go with his siege tanks, and the Marauder count has gone much higher as well. He's got 8 of them. So this is actually a great army composition right now for Maru. Siege tank Viking just absolutely pillages Colossi.
Absolutely. Now he could feed back these Banshees. We'll see if he does. He wants to, but he backs up just in time. A lot of damage going down there. By the way, Maru almost maxed out at 184. Squirtle trying to play catch-up right now.
You know, I like that he has all these Templars in his army for feedbacks, but if Maru wants, he can cloak and uncloak repeatedly. Oh my god, he just started as I said that. Cloak and uncloak repeatedly will make it so Banshees can't be feedbacked. You know, they basically
That's actually so good.
Yeah, it's annoying when you try and do this and Terran does that, man, I have to tell you.
That's actually like really impressive stuff, though, seriously.
Look at this. This army composition of Maru for what Squirtle has is awesome. Just poking at those Colossi. Yeah, I mean, what do? Attack in and try to target, then the siege tanks target everything.
Here we go! Stormy down here on the Marines.
Great storms, but where in the world are the Ghosts? Ghosts never did join up with the army.
Meanwhile, Zealots attacking here over the expansion, forcing the SCVs to evacuate. Will Maru turn around?
Yeah, looks like he will. You know, his army not looking quite as good without those siege tanks. The fact that he lost all those siege tanks, a really good thing for Squirtle.
All right, nice hold position micro there. And everybody knows he's won it. He just lets the SCVs go back to mining. The 4th base for Squirtle, almost, well, now finished.
Now we do have 2-1 coming on for, or rather 2-2 coming on for our Protoss. 3-3 for our Terran. Oh, a nice snipe right there. But don't forget, we still do have a lot of High Templars. Wow, this is just never-ending Zot harassment at this third base. That is so annoying for Maru. And uh-oh, he's coming up the ramp, Tasteless.
Oh man, he should not be doing that. He'll get a little bit overzealous there. Now backing up. See, he wants to. Nice. I was going to say he wants to speed back. He does speed back. Oh, perfect. Hits the observer. Protoss now going to try to move to the upper left. What Protoss really wants to do here, guys, he wants to stop the Terran from getting a fourth base. He can just kind of wait here. The third a little bit easier to hold. Now, I don't know about this, Artosis. I think this could be bad news. Landing the Vikings.
I like that Viking land. They aren't very useful right now. No Colossi left, but these Psy Storms are going to be very useful. Nice Psy Storm going down. Another nice one as well. But Maru does.
Backing up.
Yeah, he forces him right back. And their supply is actually surprisingly even after all this. 151 to 151.
Nice, another storm. Stop them from being chased down.
But during all this, I mean, we do have this set up fourth base for Squirtle. He's looking pretty good, going back into Colossi production as he killed off a lot of Vikings there. In fact, I think there's only one Viking on the map. No, two. There are two Vikings on the map. So those Colossi are going to be just worth so much in the next battle.
He's going to push again over here at the fourth.
A good choice. There is a planetary on the way.
Right, so he needs to hit like now if he wants to do this.
Well, his High Templars don't have
he wants to storm from the high ground while they're doing this. All right, here we go. He wants to draw them into the Templars. Maru doesn't bite the bait, and EMP hits two Templars now.
Oh, but a nice Psy Storm all over his army.
I feel like he should have been using those Templars earlier. He's not actually storming the SCVs. And now oh, nice.
Almost has energy for that. He definitely wants to. All right, so good army for Squirtle on this high ground. His supply getting a bit higher.
Very nice, just delaying that fourth being used as much. You can still attack into a fourth base as long as you avoid the planetary, like we see Squirtle doing right now.
Yeah, just harassing it for now. Very well done. Oh, I love targeting that Viking down.
Yeah, that was good. Now he's forced to keep scanning.
Yeah, and not just that, it's one less Viking for his 3 Colossi that are out. In fact, he's going to have 4 soon. His upgrades continue to grow.
Oh, here we go.
This is a scary army, Tasteless. Good EMPs do land all over it, but I don't know if that'll actually be enough here, even though he does have 3-3 on these units. And 3-3 is pretty good. He's doing a good job.
It's getting too low. He's a micro away from the planetary, and he's fine.
Just very little left over for Maru here.
Targeting down the planetary. It looks like the planetary should. The planetary, in fact, not even should, but will go down with the Zealots hitting it too.
Trying to target down the Colossi, but GG.
That's the second time we've seen WWD.
What would dead?
Yeah, man. Where's Waldo? Dead.
Whoa.
You just forgot the question mark in there.
Listen to you, poet. All right, so Squirtle, look at how happy he is, man.
Well, he should be. I mean, he played really, really, really well.
Yep. Well, he will be going on, Tasteless.
You can see the Prime Coach going in there and just checking in with Maru, saying, look, don't be discouraged. You still have just a bunch of Protosses to face off against. Squirtle's good. I think Maru will still get out of the group.
I do too. I really, really do. After watching his games, I'm like, all right. I mean, it'll be hard, but I think he can beat whoever comes up out of MC and Oz, which I'm thinking is going to be Oz.
You think Oz is going to beat MC?
I think so.
I feel like after watching Oz play in that first series, I feel like maybe MC.
That's a good point. That first series wasn't so good, but recently I've liked Oz's PvP a bit more than MC's. But yeah, for today, I haven't seen MC's PvP yet, but I did see it just recently this last weekend at MLG. Based upon that and what we saw today in the first set against Squirtle, I would like MC.
I just see Maru getting out no matter what. He just looked too good. Even in the games that he lost, like these last two we saw, he didn't play bad at all. Squirtle really teaching us as Protoss players when you want to attack and when you just want to defend. You know, we saw the Terran try to push out a little bit, and Squirtle, you know what he has that I think a lot of Protoss players don't have is just incredible patience.
Yeah. That's actually a good way to put it.
He will wait it out until he knows he can win.
Want to attack a lot, and I feel like it might be the most defensive race, to be honest, even though it can go
I think in PvT, absolutely, you got to be the most defensive. It's very, very rare when you can actually just attack into a Terran. I mean, except like the 6-gate, pressure.
I mean, there's always going to be timings each way.
But I think honestly, he just waits it out until he's got 3-3, until he's got enough of an army. If you're going to run into him, he's going to get the storm advantage and the feedback advantage. And he's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and then see MC against Oz, who's still going to have a chance and who's going to go down to Code A.
All right, so we'll be back soon. Stay tuned. This is the GSL Code S.